Wonder Twins activate form of Team Jackets. That's right.
Yeah, you like that, don't
I'll get
you?
a little more extra zip so it's legible. Hello, friends. Welcome in. It's After Drill. Beef.
Drew.
It's wow, what a Monday. Wow, well, I got to zip this down because I look like Doctor Strange. Welcome in. It's just a depressing Monday.
Yeah.
After the home finale yesterday.
I'm not depressed anymore.
Well, I guess
I really don't care.
We've sort of acquiesced to what it is at this point. But home finale yesterday for the Jaguars, a just kick in the nuts, 16-13 loss to the Redskins. Redskins are
Horrible.
what's the word? Yeah, bad. They suck. And yeah,
You got beat by a guy who hadn't made a start since 2011
that's not good.
because we have that all-world defense who couldn't get a stop when the
Did
game
not
was
look
on.
that way yesterday.
Yeah.
A
Again,
couple fluky plays kind of really turned the whole game.
to revisit the take that I've had since the first second I've watched Cody Kessler, I'll tell you all again just for fun times. For all you clowns out there who thought he was the answer and he's much better than Blake. For all the people who called in really and acted
I don't
like
even know if he's much better than Blake Bortles.
Cody Kessler is like the Johnny United. He's so bad.
He's
And
terrible.
I'll say it 1,000 times till I'm blue in the face. And Tony Baselli said it, and all these people have said it. If you actually wanted to win football games, you just start Blake Bortles. He gives you it's your only shot. It's your only hope.
Right.
They both suck, but Cody Kessler
They're
threw
both
for
bad.
57 yards yesterday.
6 and change per attempt. He
I
ran
mean-
for 11 and change per attempt. That was
I
thinking.
mean,
20
good-
net passing yards yesterday, Junior.
Good Lord,
20 net passing
are you
yards
kidding me?
in an
And
NFL game in 2018.
I told you during the Titans game, I had someone in my Twitter mentions telling me I must be on rocks because I thought Blake is better than Kessler.
Rocks, yo.
Are you kidding, dude?
Is he talking about crack rocks?
Yeah.
That's hurtful. You shouldn't accuse people of being on crack, first and foremost. It's hurtful.
That's all right.
a
I've had much
hurtful
worse things said to me.
and damaging
It's
accusation.
okay.
But look, man, bottom line is yesterday, at least for the 3 hours of that game yesterday, the best quarterback in the building was a guy who hasn't started a football game in 7 years.
Yeah.
Josh Johnson stuck it up our ass yesterday. There's no really better way to put it. Josh Johnson played not phenomenally well, but well enough to beat this team. He made plays when he had to.
I'll tell you where I'm at with this team at this point. I watch the games. I'll watch them all. It is funny to me how bad they are.
Yeah.
It's funny. Like I sit there and I laugh like the Cody Kessler strip sack in the first quarter where he just has not even a lick of awareness as he circles back and rolls out to his right at 1 mile per hour. Not even a lick of awareness that
It wasn't
anyone's
great.
coming after him. Granted, you know what? He might have been down, by the way, but who cares? It's still, it's laughable. And then Beef sent me a text before the game. Carlos Hyde, healthy scratch.
That was a good trade.
Good trade.
It was a good trade.
He won't be back, I would assume.
Leonard Fournette basically might as well have been a scratch.
Leonard
for the
Fournette
game.
got, one carry in the second half?
Second half, yeah. He played some special teams, and he got 1 carry for 25 yards.
And that's the guy we took
But-
over, Deshaun Watson.
That guy's 4th overall, and as time ticks on, looking more and more like a bad pick.
And it's one of those things, too, that a lot of people do in fantasy, where it's like, maybe you don't even necessarily feel like, now, granted, we needed Deshaun Watson, but a lot of times in fantasy, you may not even need somebody, but you pick them up because you don't want the person you're playing to have them. It's like,
Right.
Not only did you not take Deshaun Watson on your team, you let a team in your division get Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, that hurts.
And they're
the
now
way-
the 2 seed in the AFC.
Right, we talk about how everybody in the AFC South sucks, and everybody's bad, and you look
They
at
might
it,
all make the playoffs.
they might all make the playoffs, and they might all have winning records except for the Jags. So, I mean, maybe we're wrong. Maybe it's just us that sucks.
I ripped and ribbed and
Oh, man, we
blasted Colin Cowherd
we-
for saying Saxonville to Lastonville, and he was right.
Dude, we crushed the Colts that are the worst roster in the NFL. They're about to go 500 at worst. It's such a bad time.
It's
to be a
remarkable,
Jaguar fan
really.
Right now.
It's
And
remarkable.
look, the writing's on the wall. I agree with what Hayes Carline said yesterday after the game in his column that you don't make the decisions that were made yesterday and you don't coach the way you coached yesterday if you're Doug Marrone and you think you're coaching for your job.
That's true.
You don't do those things. You don't play Dave Williams over Leonard Fournette and T.J. Yeldon and Carlos
true.
Hyde if you think your ass is grass if you lose games.
Yeah.
You don't. So he's a guy who feels safe. Now he says he hasn't been given any kind of vote of confidence from Tom or Shad or Dave or anyone else. I don't 100% buy that. I think he has been told that he's fine for 2019, that he'll be the head coach.
I'll be honest with you, I don't buy it either. And quite frankly, I don't care.
Right.
If he's back, fine. You know what? Maybe he deserves it. If he's not, I don't really care.
Look, I mean, and look, we've seen it now across the league this year in a couple spots. You know, you get the right quarterback, and all the difference in the world can be made. Look at the Colts. We talk about their roster, by and large, is garbage. But Andrew Luck is back and playing at a high level. Suddenly they're competitive again.
By the way, really love that meaningless win we got against them that might keep us out of the first overall pick. Well, that's fun.
6-0, man. That was a home win, dog. We needed it. You know, Baltimore made the move to Lamar Jackson. They're winning games. Cleveland finally found a quarterback. They're winning games. It's you know, it's as simple as such. Meanwhile, you know, this team has to do a lot of soul searching, and they're gonna have to do. Colts roster probably better than Jags, sadly.
It's not.
That's the
sad part.
They have a significantly better quarterback.
Yeah.
And that's
now
look, their offensive line is way better.
Yeah.
That's fair. Especially Quentin Nelson is an absolute freak.
And you know what? They have one better receiver, and their tight ends are better.
Yeah.
And maybe if we keep going, maybe you're not as wrong as we thought initially.
Yeah, I don't think of the Colts as some superstar roster.
They're not.
Good pieces.
The Jags still have a lot of talent, by the way. Just like I think, really, what happened is the season just got away from them because really you had a stretch of about 4 or 5 games where you could have won each one, and you found like new and exciting ways to lose every single game. And
what an adventure it's been.
And now you're so done. I mean, yeah, you're gonna finish 4-12. But I'll say, like, honest to God, the team could have just as easily gone like 9-7. In my opinion.
Here's the thing, like you said, you're so totally done, and you've been
done
for about a month now.
Yeah.
And that's what I don't get the vitriol and the reaction to what Jalen Ramsey said in the post game. Look,
who cares?
Who cares? I mean, the team is so.
I don't know why any of you care about anything comes out of anyone's mouth right now. Who cares?
Who cares?
By the way, what Jalen said, that's what everyone thinks.
That's what everyone thinks. And that's not just in Jacksonville. That's every NFL room.
But also,
I'm playing for you.
I'm also not going to hate on people who are annoyed with him because
it was poor timing. And
he's annoying.
He didn't word it very well.
He's annoying, but what I won't do is get behind people who want to trade him because he's the best player on our team, and it's not
he's
close.
Currently the best player on your team. It's not even remotely close. Do you think
we
have a wide receiver on our current team?
No, we don't. We don't have a wide receiver one on our current roster.
No.
The only, like they said on the drill this morning, the only one I like is DD.
Right, and he's not a 1.
He's not a 1. We paid Marquise Lee. He's not a 1.
He's not a 1. That was a panic move.
We got good 2A and 2B with Marquise and
we got
DD.
a couple of complementary pieces. We don't have a number 1.
No.
We don't have a tight end. The offensive line.
And you know what I hate more
is bad.
You know what else?
Decimated with
you know what else I hate is the fact that Allen Robinson
has been pedestrian.
And
in Chicago.
Now he's reaping the benefits of Chicago's success, and it pisses me off quite.
Yeah, but you look at his numbers. It's not because of Allen Robinson.
No, I know it's not.
He's had a couple games, but
he hasn't it's just the fact that he was like, "Oh, I'm going to a real city."
And look, man, the 2018 Chicago Bears remind me so much of the 2017 Jags. We talk about this a lot. They're a team that they're a couple breaks away from not looking nearly as good, and look, they're a nice team this year. Would it shock you if they regress towards the mean next year, much like this team has? Hell no. Everything has gone right for the Bears this year.
Yeah,
everything.
Or everything could go wrong like the Jags and for my fantasy team yesterday, who's 12-1 and hasn't even come close to losing a game outside of when I started the Vikings D against the Rams. They got me -9 and I lost by 0.2. Saquon.
Vikings D.
I had Austin Hooper.
Eagles D?
Austin Hooper yesterday, by the way. Tight end 6 in fantasy, had 0 catches for 0 yards in a game that he was not hurt in. Crazy. Saquon only 9 points. I mean, and then I was playing against Hopkins 39, Fairbairn 22. Ugh.
I'm sorry, people.
The fantasy guys. I mean, I'm telling you, if you guys want to share in some fantasy sorrows.
These people are the worst, man.
And I'm not dead yet.
Fantasy guys.
McCaffrey can, as long as McCaffrey puts up 32 tonight, I'll move on.
I mean, nobody gives a damn about your fantasy roster. Just telling you the truth, man.
Oh, that's
no one gives a rat's.
And I'm gonna let you know something else. You guys don't have to care. This is for me right now. This is my video confessional.
It's right here, man.
Yeah,
JR.
I've had such a crap.
All care about themselves.
Yeah, and you know what? This too, and the Jags and everybody football-wise has let me down.
At least the Mets had a nice year.
Yeah, at least the Mets, were like 8 games under 500. That's not too terrible for them.
Look, at least the Braves are going to go get Real Muto.
Yeah, the Braves will go get Real Muto. You know what? Let me give the Mets one bit of props. I'm glad we didn't trade for Real Muto because the Marlins are just being unreasonable.
James asked, Drew, I'll cede the floor to you. Any update on the OC search in Tally?
As far as I've read, it's Bryles, and they're waiting to announce it till after early signing day for multiple reasons, one of which they know they're going to get backlash for the hire, which everybody knows, and they'd rather have kids signed before they get that backlash. I think they said that they were going to basically tell the kids who needed to know who they believe they're hiring, but as far as I know, it's agreed upon. It's just not officially announced.
Is there? Again,
but things can. By the way, things are always subject to change. But the reason why I think you're not seeing all the updates and stuff is because it's pretty much done. They're just not announcing.
I'll have to ask you because I don't stay up on this stuff because I really could give a crap about it.
Sure.
But just from following Twitter throughout the weekend, was there some kind of thought or concern regarding the QB from California when it comes to the Knowles?
The QB, you mean the D end?
Oh, was that it? It didn't have anything to do with the QB?
Like, are you talking about the number 1 player in the nation?
Yeah, I don't know.
Kayvon Thibodeau over the weekend committed to Oregon.
Was he in on FSU or was he in on
Once upon a time, FSU. It was a lot like Justin Fields' recruitment, where
right.
FSU led for him basically at the beginning of the year, and pretty much everybody wrote them as like, "We're gonna get this kid." And recruits they want to see on the field success, especially when you're the number 1 player in the nation. And basically,
so it wasn't anything to do with the quarterback.
No, well,
Decker?
I think you're talking about maybe is that FSU does have a quarterback committed. Sam Howell has been one of our bell cows of the class.
Not to be confused with former Wisconsin Badger basketball player Sam Decker.
Right.
I thought he was.
Yeah. He played in the that Shrine Bowl game, All-Star game in North Carolina, and he made the 2 to 3 hour trip to North Carolina to meet their new OC. So there's some concern.
So created some doubt?
There's some concern there. I wouldn't say that I'm 100% sold we got him. He's said nothing but basically that we've got him, blah, blah, blah. But we'll see what happens, man. I mean, he basically even wrote off Miami because they're quote-unquote too far from home. So being close to his home where he's from, North Carolina, is important to him. And he likes what Mac Brown and I think Longo, is that who they hired? I don't know. Are doing maybe. I mean, they could flip him. I don't know. I don't know enough about that. I know what you know about if you keep up with recruiting. That's all I know. But as far as the Kendall Bryles thing, I'm pretty sure is at this particular time, unless something happens, that it's him, and we're bringing over one of their offensive lineman coaches, and then Frey is either going to move outside to coach tackles or something. Huh?
Glenn Frey?
Greg.
Oh, Greg. Thought maybe you hired one of the Eagles.
Is going to move outside to either coach tackles or we'll see what happens. But basically the thought process was they didn't want to bring in a new OC 5 days before the early signing day period and push other coaches out that were already recruiting kids. I guess is what that was what I read was their thought process, which I could understand, but who knows? Like I said, at the end of the day, none of us know nothing.
So here's where we're at. Right?
Yeah.
Week 15 of the NFL season is in the books. 2 games left on the road for the Jags. They go to Miami and then to Houston to wrap the season. Both those sure feel like losses. Like Drew said, they're probably going to go 4-12.
I made a massive bet, by the way, before the year with my friend who was a Dolphins fan that we would beat them.
Oh, no.
In retrospect, I'm regretting that bet.
Yeah. How much? Are you not comfortable?
It's north of 100.
Okay. Yeah, I'd start working that one into the budget as a loss.
Yeah.
Sunk cost. Because that one's not coming back.
No.
Now, look, as it stands right now in the NFL draft order, Jags are sitting in the 5 hole.
Yeah.
Now,
the Niners. Thanks for that win yesterday, Niners.
I don't think anybody's catching Arizona or Oakland for 1 and 2. I feel like they've kind of locked into that. But the Jags realistically could get up into the 3 hole. And you would feel like if you get into 3, you're probably going to get a quarterback. But still, there's a little bit of a consternation of if you've identified the quarterback, do you still need to move?
Who's that? Is the Jets and the Niners? Is that
are in the mix? Yeah,
3-4.
Competing, I believe
that's
the case.
3-4.
I'd have to Google.
I think we're all at 4 wins though, right?
Right. There's a trio at 4.
Yeah,
and they're among them.
And then there's a lot at 5, which honestly, as much as I would like that money on that bet, I almost am okay with losing it if the Jags
it's worth the investment.
Picking 3 instead of 10 for winning.
Drew
one
will invest
game.
the money
That's fine.
for the draft pick.
I'll lose.
That's a true fan right
Yeah,
there.
I'll lose some money so we can get whatever quarterback we
Spoiler alert.
want, I guess.
Not me. I'll take the money. You know, I mean, really. Much like my dear friend Jalen Ramsey, I'm only worried about myself.
Dog.
Thank you.
For real.
On that
Well,
note.
a good quarterback investment will only help me win back that money in the future. That's how you have to look at it. It's an investment towards our future.
So Drew's on the Haskins train to win him more money in 2019. Let's
Thank
go.
you.
Choo choo! On that note, Googans, we'll see you tomorrow after drill. We love you. Bye.